Thinking of hosting your destination wedding in Mexico? Have you thought about Tulum? Let's talk about that. Hey, this is Jack with Vacationeeze. I am at Secrets Tulum, and a lot of times we get people asking us about hosting a destination wedding in Tulum. And the biggest problem in the past in Tulum has been most of the resorts in Tulum are smaller boutique resorts. Nothing wrong with that, but again, most of our clients will have 50 to 100 people attending a wedding, and most of the resorts in Tulum just aren't large enough to do it. The other thing, most clients want an adults only, and they want a all-inclusive resort if they're doing a wedding in Tulum. And the problem is there aren't many or any adults only, all-inclusive resorts that are adults only until recently. So I am at Secrets in Tulum. Now, the thing is, Secrets Tulum checks off all the boxes for a destination wedding in Tulum. So in this video, I will give you my top reasons on why you want to host your destination wedding at Secrets in Tulum. Now, my first reason is just that. It's a Secrets resort, which is adults only, all-inclusive, and it's in Tulum. Now, here's the thing. The resort is not on the beach in Tulum. It's in the jungles, which is great. But a 15-minute ride away, they have their own beach club, which I'll show you later in the video, so that during the day they have shuttles leaving from the lobby, and you can take the shuttle and go down to the beach club. Now, some of the other things is the rooms. The rooms are just really cool. I was saying to my wife the other day when we checked in, it's boho chic. And she's like, well, what is boho chic? I said, well, this is boho chic. So we looked up on Google and said boho chic. And what did it say? Tulum boho chic. It's amazing that the answer to our definition is where we are. So the rooms just have a really nice vibe, as you can see. You have the ropes. I'll do a video of the rooms, so I'll do a room tour for you so you can see some of the rooms. But the rooms are large. We're in a swim out room. They have regular rooms. The only thing they don't have, that if you want an ocean view room, because you were in the jungle, you will not get an ocean view room, but they have a lot of swim out rooms. They have tropical and jungle view rooms, but the rooms are large. The bathrooms have kind of an open concept, and you'll see that in the video. But really cool vibe. Our ceilings are high in this room. The views are nice. I was sitting out this morning. You can hear the birds in the jungle. Now, the other reason I like the resort is the restaurants. There's just a lot of restaurants here. You have a buffet. We are in the Preferred Club. There's a Preferred Club restaurant. We had dinner at an Asian Peruvian fusion last night restaurant. That was great. They have a steakhouse. They have a seafood restaurant. There's also restaurants over by the beach club that if you're there for the day, you don't have to come back to the resort. Now, weddings, not a problem. The resort has many, many great wedding locations. I'll be able to show you some of them in the video as well. The wedding team here is easy to work with. The wedding packages, they have multiple wedding packages. Again, if you're going to be over 50 people, they do offer the Beyond Memorable Wedding Package, what I would suggest. They do have other wedding packages, smaller groups, but the wedding team is great because when you start working with the wedding team up front, it is the team at the resort. So the likelihood is the person you start working with is the person you will continue working with until you walk into the resort. As you walk around the resort, it just has a really nice vibe. It's very unusual. I don't think I've ever been to a resort like this. It's built in, the buildings are circles, so you kind of get lost. I mean, legitimately, it took me a day to figure out how to get to where I was going. Once you figure that out, it's really cool because every time you turn around, it seems like there's another pool. Some of them are connected, some aren't connected. A lot of the rooms have swim outs, so you don't even have to go to the pool. The other nice thing is they just opened a new airport in Tulum. So if you fly into Cancun, in the past, my attitude was if you were only going to come for 3 to 4 nights, I wouldn't go down to Tulum because it was just too far of a ride to get down here. It took us about 2 hours from the airport. We flew into Cancun, but other friends that are meeting us here, they flew into the Tulum airport, and that airport was only 20 minutes from the time that they left there till they got here. So it makes it great for a long weekend. And again, just think that most of your guests coming to your wedding, while you'd like to think they're going to come for 7 or 8 days, they're not going to come for 4 or 5 days. So if you can alleviate the stress of the airport, and the Tulum airport's small, the key is you just have to look at what flights come currently in the prime season of winter. You can fly Newark direct, Atlanta direct, Charlotte direct, and Miami direct. So most places you're going to connect from. But I do think it's worthwhile, the connection. The airport's smaller. It's a breeze to get in and out of. As an example, when we go back for a 1:30 flight, we're leaving here at 9:30 to allow for the 2-hour ride back and 2-hour security to get through the airport, which you don't really need, but they tell you do, so just accept that. So other reasons I like the resort, they have bikes. So if you want to go and ride around in downtown Tulum or the restaurants or the clubs of Tulum during the day, you can do that. If you want to be in Tulum, you're only a couple minutes from the kind of center of where all the shops and the boho chic and all the restaurants are. I mean, as someone said to me, there are amazing restaurants in Tulum. Look, the resort has great restaurants as well, but if you want to go out and eat outside the resort, there are plenty of places you can go outside of the resort to eat outside the resort. The other thing I like about the resort, plenty of activities. So if you want to stick around the resort just by one of the pools, there's swim-up pool bars, there's other bars, there's food, but there's plenty of activity going on. There's a great gym, the spa is beautiful. So it's not as though just because you're not on the beach, there's nothing to do. There's plenty of stuff to do, but again, you can take the shuttle and go back and forth between the beach club and the resort. But again, activity-wise, into the evening, there's music at the resort. Last night was Mexican night, so there was a full show with Mexican dancers and singers, just a lot of stuff to do. So again, this is a relatively new resort, Secrets Tulum. Adults only, it's approximately 500 rooms, great options. There are many zones. I know in the past I've talked about with adults only, you can have a more romantic versus a party resort. I would say there's combo areas here, but because you're in Tulum, the vibe is pretty low keyed. I talked to some folks this morning that went out to some of the clubs into Tulum last night. We kind of hung around the resort, and like I said, it was kind of more laid back. But you're close enough to Tulum that if you want to do the Tulum thing, there's plenty of stuff. Now also, if you're into history, you're within 15 minutes of the ruins of Tulum, which I really suggest people see, because that's what the old Tulum was all about, was the ruins and the historical sites. The beach club I'll show you, as I said, has amazing beach there for you to use, and there's activities happening there as well. There are also rooms at the beach club. So if you want to stay at the beach club, there are rooms that you can stay out there. But this is probably my number one choice now for adults only, all-inclusive resorts in the Tulum area. The other hotel, if you are family friendly, there's been a Dreams Resort down here that's a family friendly resort, but this now is the first truly all-inclusive quality, amazing options, great brands at the bars. It's Secrets Tulum for your destination wedding. And I am Jack with Vacationeeze. Feel free to leave comments or ask any questions about hosting your wedding at Secrets Tulum.